News Chopper Bravo, following this pursuit here in the San Fernando Valley. This is the 210 westbound approaching the 118. LAPD originally tried to pull this vehicle over, an alleged stolen vehicle. Pursuit ensued out of the LAPD Northeast Division. Subsequently, they canceled the pursuit. We're going to make the transition to the 118 Pollard. Now we're going to make the transition to the 118 westbound here. We're in the Pacoima area in the San Fernando Valley. California Highway Patrol pursuing a vehicle, stolen vehicle out of LAPD jurisdiction. LAPD airship lighten up that vehicle. Vehicle at one point was tracked doing almost 100 miles per hour. This is a vehicle that was being pursued by LAPD out of the Northeast Division. I believe it was the North. He's coming up on the 5, Pollard. He's going to take the 5. Let's see if he goes north or southbound. He'll have an option here to go north or south. Take the south. Take the south. He's going south, Pollard. He's going south 5. LAPD attempted to pull this vehicle over, coming back as a stolen vehicle, an alleged stolen vehicle. The vehicle failed to yield to officers. There was a pursuit. They canceled the pursuit. The vehicle continued out of the LAPD jurisdiction onto the Glendale freeway. They put it in a tracking mode where the helicopter was still following it. LAPD helicopter contacted CHP, said we were trying to pull this vehicle over, coming up in your area. If you guys can assist us. California Highway Patrol assisted. And right now, when CHP attempted to pull the vehicle over in the Lakeview Terrace area, vehicle took off, and now we're in pursuit. California Highway Patrol, along with LAPD, working in conjunction together, trying to get this vehicle to pull over. We're in the Pacoima area, South 5. Just look at how fast this vehicle is going. A lot of times vehicles will drive, or people will drive vehicles alleged stolen back into an area where they're familiar with. And right now, it looks like we're going south on the 170, so the weather's good back down below. Pick me up a little more if you can. No, pick me up closer to it. He's blazing past us. Hey, Pollard. You're watching a high-speed pursuit. This is an alleged stolen vehicle coming out of the LAPD jurisdiction, just passing Burbank Boulevard. And look how he just swerves. He's just passing traffic there. Oh, that was a little close. Moderate traffic coming into the Cahuenga Pass here. The driver is committed to the 101 freeway. Approaching the 101, 134 off to the right, you can see the transition to the 134. So this driver is continuing onto the 101 into the Cahuenga Pass. Just passing the 134. Look how fast this car is going. This is where cars are merging from the Ventura Freeway onto the Hollywood portion. Extremely dangerous pursuit here because of the speeds. On the freeway, we're seeing excess speeds of 100 miles per hour, elevating the danger of this pursuit. Oh my goodness, look how close he gets to that sidewall, the center divider, and that vehicle. This is only going to get worse here as we get into downtown Hollywood, where we have a lot of traffic. You can just see how this car is swerving in and out right over there, right over there. You can see how that car abruptly had to stop, slam on his brakes because he's driving so erratically. This is a dangerous pursuit here. Now starting to see it escalate. Drivers getting a little more erratic with the driving, weaving in and out, using the right shoulder right there, just squeezing by via that right shoulder. Coming up into the Cahuenga Pass here, abruptly slamming on brakes, and there's the accident. Slow it down. Here we go. Vehicle TC'd, 101 freeway southbound, right before Highland. CHP is going to take this driver into custody. He's going to try to run across the freeway. They're going to take this guy down, whether he fell or whether he got tased. The story is over. Stop the clock. This pursuit is over. 101 freeway southbound through the Cahuenga Pass. You've got 2 CHP officers and another one right there taking this driver into custody. Whether or not there's anybody else in the vehicle, they're going to attempt to clear that vehicle right now, but all lanes are stopped. 101 freeway.
120 miles an hour, this pursuit on the 605 freeway southbound. Can you kill the landing light? Thank you. California Highway Patrol in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. Look how fast this guy is going, 100 up to 120 miles an hour. Started on the 60 freeway, actually on the 57 freeway. Made his way to the 60 freeway, and look at the speed on this. Oh, it's all across lanes, losing control, almost hit that car right there. Unbelievable control at this rate of speed, swerving in and out of lanes like that. He only has a second or two to decide what to do before he hits another vehicle, and almost did a couple times there. There's a CHP unit. Oh, it cuts that CHP unit off. A very dangerous high-speed chase, splitting those cars right there between that big rig and continuing on southbound, coming up to the 5 freeway. 605 freeway, passing Slauson, 100 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic here. A lot of traffic out here right now on the 605, approaching that 5 freeway. He's got some options ahead of him as to what freeways he can take, but CHP's really scrambling to get behind this guy. They got an airship overhead. That's good news. They're going to track him that way, but again, units on the freeway. He's actually passing them. We saw that just a minute ago where he cut off that CHP driver. Whoa, he goes rolling between those trucks. Unbelievable speed. This guy continues 120 miles an hour. The airship overhead. He looks like he's going to be exiting here. Let's see. He's exiting at a high rate of speed. Oh, this cannot be good. Traffic ahead of him. Oh, he slams into that car. He goes across the dirt. He's losing control. He rolls it. He rolls it off the freeway several times. This car rolled it, hitting a car off the off-ramp and rolling it to a stop here several times. California Highway Patrol trying to get in position. I see a passenger door open. Here comes one person out. Here comes the second person out. They're both running. Unbelievable that they survived that crash. They're in the trees now. I got one running there going towards the freeway. We're going to try to get around the other side. They don't know where to go. They have nowhere to go. They're in those trees there. And there they go. They made it across the on-ramp. It looks like a female and a male. This is the Rosecrans off-ramp. There's the female running. Lost sight of the male. We're going to try to get around. You can see officers with flashlights chasing them down. We'll see if they catch up to one or the other, but let's see if we can get maybe Alec, we can get around the other side of these trees. And look at this, they're coming right up to the female. Got her on the ground right there. I believe that's the female, in custody now. Looking for the second suspect. Here's the rest of the driver. Here's the rest of the driver. He's in the trees right now, but they're going to walk him out here in a minute. Northbound 605 from the 60. There it is. Okay, failure to yield and an expired registration. Failure to yield and an expired registration on the vehicle. That's what the one is on this vehicle. This is going to be approaching Baldwin Park. But he may be Irwindale by the time we go live. Westbound 10, he's going to come at us, Alex. Oh, he just crashed behind the bridge there. He just crashed. Keep it going. Suspect running on foot right there. Right under the trees, officers approaching. Suspect crashed on the transition road. In the bushes, you can see the officer with the guns drawn. They're going to come to us right now. We're into Santiago. Calling in, Chuck, it was a high-speed chase by Montebello Police Department chasing this vehicle here that just now crashed on the transition road from the 605 northbound to the westbound 10 freeway. The suspect was trying to take that transition road and crash right into that barrier. The suspect jumping out and running down the hill into these bushes. Now you can see those officers there with their guns drawn. They believe that driver is inside the bushes there, and they're going to make their approach on the driver right now. But this pursuit lasting for about 15 minutes. High speeds on surface streets through the Montebello area, East LA area, jumped on the 60 freeway eastbound, and then made his way over here to the 605, crashing at the 10 transition. And you can see those officers now making an approach into those bushes there, where they're going to take that suspect into custody. That's the latest in News Chopper 4. I'll send it back to you in the studio. Burglary suspects out of Newport Beach. Newport Beach Police Department. Now it's the Orange County Sheriffs. They're in pursuit with California Highway Patrol, trying to get into position to take over this pursuit. Southbound 71 Chino Hills Parkway. This guy is 110 miles an hour is what the units behind are calling this. High-speed chase on the 71 freeway coming up to the 91. This is coming out of Chino. You can see this driver. It is a robbery suspect. Robbery suspect out of Newport Beach. We got a high-speed chase that was going up the 57 freeway at times reaching 120 miles an hour. Now, right there, you just may have seen that CHP unit that was stopped in the middle of the road there. That was a spike strip. I was distracted by that as I was hearing them talking about it, actually counting down 3, 2, 1 until it hit the spike strips. Now they're saying it was a good spike strip attempt, so it looks like those tires might be going flat as we speak. And yes, look at that. The guy is starting to brake here. Again, this is, it is actually burglary suspects, not robbery suspects, out of Newport Beach. Newport Beach Police Department was in pursuit. They turned it over to the Orange County Sheriffs. Now the California Highway Patrol is in the process of taking this over. But now it looks like the driver here is with flat tires. And look at this. He's pulling over to the side of the road here. David, slow down. And you can see he's going to stop this pursuit right there. Those spike strips did the job. And now a felony stop by the California Highway Patrol on the transition road to the eastbound 91 freeway. It sure did, Colleen. You know, like I said, I heard them counting down. I wasn't sure what they were counting down, but when I saw that unit, it was timed just right. He ran over that spike strip. It looks like, to me, from here, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it might be a female driver. Yeah, we're not hearing anything else, like if they're seeing anybody in the back seat, but certainly that passenger has the arms out the window. That's a good sign. The driver being doing exactly what the officers want them or her to do. And as I zoom out to a wider shot, you'll see them with their guns drawn here. A felony stop in progress as the driver is complying with those officers. Yeah, that's exactly right, Colleen. Very standard procedure. Throwing those keys out, getting those keys out of the car so no other person in the car could take over and take off. But certainly Newport Beach police were the ones that initiated this pursuit. I can tell you that the helicopter from Huntington Beach was overhead assisting early on in the pursuit when speeds were reaching 100 miles an hour at the Orange Crush. That's at the 5 and 57. The driver jumped on the 57 freeway northbound and really hit the gas going up the Brea Pass at 110 miles an hour, at one point 120. That's when they took the eastbound 60 and then the southbound 71 until they got to this point where they hit that spike strip. Yeah, Colleen and Chuck, or Robert, I can tell you that we were having trouble catching up to this pursuit. That's how fast this driver was going. We launched very quickly out of Fullerton, and before we knew it, it was already up in the Brea Pass. They'll put a team together and approach the car to make sure that there's no one else in there. I'm sure they're talking to the occupants of that vehicle and asking them if there's anybody else in there, but they can't trust that. They're going to go through their standard procedures to clear that car. I don't. Oh yes, here comes another one. Yeah, and look at this. This guy is coming out like a worm. It's unbelievable. He just kind of slid out of that back seat. And, you know, the interesting thing is the police helicopter overhead was asking my pilot if we could see anybody else in the car. And, you know, at first there I zoomed back in and I couldn't really see anybody until I saw this guy come squeezing out. Yeah, it looks like it is a four-door, so it doesn't. Very interesting how this guy came out of that car, and certainly the officers had a good reason to ask us from the airship overhead if they could see anything. Number one, the windows are heavily tinted, so it's really hard to see in there. But number two, they also know that we have a high-powered lens that can look really close and really deep into the car. And at first, you know, it looked like no one else was in there, but this guy somehow squeezed his way out of that car. Well, I wish I could say it is, but after this, you know, it's hard to say. I don't know if we'll see another passenger coming out of that rear or not. Oh, there is. One more. It's unbelievable. Wow. It's like a clown car. Got him, got him, got him. California Highway Patrol in pursuit of a high-speed motorcycle. This all started on the northbound 605, went all the way up almost to the 10 freeway, turned back around, came back down to Whittier and got off eastbound Whittier now, slowing down in speed, slowing down here. See what happens when he gets to this intersection. He looks like he's going to make a left turn. Airship overhead. California Highway Patrol still in pursuit of this motorcycle. And let's see, northbound. Here's another street, yeah. That's correct. That is correct. Northbound Magnolia, past Beverly now, eastbound turn. He's on Beverly now. He's on Beverly now. Now he's making a left turn from Beverly northbound. Weaving in and out some quiet residential streets here. Whittier PD saying not to get involved in the chase. California Highway Patrol, I guess, is going to be the lead agency on this still. I got IFB, I'm not here in booth. It looks like, hi Howie, I do hear you. Oh, look at that, California Highway Patrol pulls right up on that guy. Hey, there's a tree there, Bill. Let's try to get to, okay, thank you. Making contact with the driver. We're going to get around this tree here, but he pulled over. It looked like he just stopped there in front of this house. What? What? Whittier, it's Whittier. Whittier, I'll try to get you to the streets here. Stand by. Honolulu Terrace and Beverly Drive. Honolulu Terrace. I'm sorry, say again, Howie? They just did. They just put him on the ground right there. Suspect on